Guys, going to be doing an unboxing here, and this is going to be the iDoing head unit universal with a remote mount kind of display. So let's open the box right here. We got iDoing, and you have your warranty card information. Is that getting in focus? Just a bunch of warranty stuff. Next off, we have the good foam, so it's packaged very well. Now, I've bought several products from Android head unit manufacturers, and iDoing's one of the topper end. They have really good packaging. This is the display you get, and it's covered in this kind of plastic bag. It's like not like a cheap plastic bag you get from the grocery store. It's more like a higher quality. So let me just set that aside. And what else is in the box? We have extra more foam, so that kind of protects the screen. And then we have the harnesses. Now, I requested for them to give me the Toyota harness because I have a Toyota 86, Super BRZ, GT86, Sign Up RS, all that stuff. So that makes it a little bit easier, but then you can, generally it will come with a universal harness. So if you have a Chevrolet, a Hyundai, Honda, you know, any other car that can fit universal, you'll be able to wire it yourself. Mine did come with some trim tools, so that's really nice. So that helps remove a lot of trim pieces. What these trim pieces do is they prevent your dash being scratched because it's just plastic. So it's plastic on plastic instead of like a metal trim tool that might scratch it up. People use flatheads and that's metal and they'll really scuff up your interior. Right here we have the GPS antenna. Looks like some kind of SIM card removal tool and some extra screws for mounting. Now that's going to be pretty important when we figure out how to mount this screen because the screen is remote. You can, what I mean by remote is you can have the head unit like right here and you can have your screen way up top, way to the side or stuff like that. So that's going to be super cool. More harnesses right here. This looks like it's controlling something. I don't know quite, but there is a diagram, so it'll make it a little bit easier. Once you get everything laid out, it'll make more sense. This is the radio antenna for FM, AM, microphone input. It did include a Toyota USB adapter, so you'll be able to reuse your USB on your you'll be able to reuse your USB connection that's in your car. So if you have your USB connection in your glove box or the front of your head unit by the cigarette lighter like the Subarus have, you'll be able to reuse your USB connection. On top of that, you'll have more USBs. Generally, it looks like there's 3 USBs. So you can wire these to the glove box or something like that too. So then you have just these extra 2 in the glove box, and then you can have this one connect to your OEM. Or if your car has multiple, you have to buy additional USBs to have more USBs in your center console and stuff like that. Here's the microphone, very cool. Reverse camera input, output. You'll be able to reuse your backup camera if you have an OEM reverse camera unit, or you can wire in a new reverse camera. In my case, I've done both. It's pretty easy. The aftermarket's really easy because all the wires just make sense. OEM, you have to find the existing camera wire and then fiddle with that. Normally, it's not too much work, but it is an additional step. So it's not super plug and play sometimes when it comes to universal at least. You have your sub amp RCA jacks out, front, right, left, right subwoofer, and then you have more aux cables. So that's all the wiring. More mounting screws right here. Okay, very cool. Now we have the brains, nothing else in the box besides the foam. So here is the brains. Boom. So again, we have some kind of IDE cable. This is where the display is gonna hook up to the head unit. And then you also have, of course, illumination, probably touch display and stuff like that. So it has all the connection for that. My model is 64 gigs of internal storage and 4 gigs of RAM. So that's memory. And then right here, we got a little optional setup where iDoing's doing a thing where they will have your specific model car, your wiring to have it just fit perfectly. So that's what we did here. If you can tell right here, it's exactly, they can retrofit this unit so it can be just a Toyota based system. That's why you have the 8-pin and 10-pin already hooked up. You have, looks like a 28-pin and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I've never seen a aftermarket head unit kind of have that OEM style. So what does that mean? So usually you would have a aftermarket harness that pigtails to your OEM. Now with this kind of setup, you actually have your OEM harness, just not even messed with. That OEM harness usually plugs into your OEM head unit, right? There's no cables, it's just whatever you see, the OEM harness, it goes straight into the OEM radio. Now, this one is very similar where you have the OEM harness that just plugs into the back of this one. No extra wires, doesn't get cluttered. So that's really cool. I really want to test that out, see how that really works because, I mean, look at that. It has the Toyota input right there. And that's why it's labeled Toyota. And come on, check out these inputs right here. These are usually where your backup camera, your RCA jacks are and stuff like that. I don't know what this switch does right here, so I'm gonna find out. That's gonna be cool when we do the install, and then you have your GPS antenna like that. But that's really cool that it has this kind of connection. And it's called the Magic Box. And if looking at the bottom of it, you can see the wiring diagram. So if you don't wanna, if you wanna wire something specifically, all the information's right there. That way you don't get lost. I see, like you can see where the aux is. Let's say you're like, hey, I wanna get the backup camera. Where's the backup? Steering wheel controls is on E1 or on E. So E is where in your steering wheels if you, for some reason, need additional troubleshooting. It's all there. And lastly, the pretty cool part of the head unit is gonna be this bad boy. Now it's wrapped in some kind of, more of a, like a plastic wrap actually. So it's not like the highest quality wrap that I've seen. It's like plastic wrap, but it does protect the screen. I'm not sure if this is some kind of engineering sample or something like that that they sent me, but here you go. So this is the display. Now, you can mount this on top of your car's head unit because look at that. It actually has a mounting point where you can pretty much mount this on top. Think of like the new Supras or the Mazda Miatas or the Mercedes. You know how they have it on top of their dash and then it's covered. Now, what I can think of this would be a really good use case for the Honda S2000 where the S2000 can't support, it's a really small radio single DIN and it cannot support a big screen right there. Now with this huge, look how long this wire is. You'll be able to mount this anywhere, which is really nice. Let me see if I can take this twist tie out. So I can imagine that a lot of restrictions previously people had. I mean, you can wire this so long. I mean, this is probably, you can wire it to your window. So that's crazy. So check that out. And you can, let's focus on the back of the mounting unit. Let's see how we can play with it a little bit maybe. So there's these little hooks right here. And it looks pretty durable. Now, can we put this in a double DIN unit setup traditionally? I don't know, that's gonna have to be something we test. But yeah, it's the first remote mount system. That's why there was extra screws on there. This will look pretty sweet. So yeah, let's lay it out all right here. We have the iDoing universal head unit with the Toyota adapter. I'm really excited to install this. This is really innovative new product that hasn't been in the market that I've seen, and it will work for a lot of people, whether it comes to like a smaller car that only has a single DIN opening, that you just can't squeeze this into that small opening, whether it's because of your shifter console or it's blocking your vents. Now you can actually mount it where you want it. But yeah, Thank you guys for watching. If you were interested in this product, don't forget that I put all the links in the description down below so you can go find this product on iDoing's website. And if this video was helpful for you, don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.